I think a lot of the Iranian novels of the last 20 years or so, highly overrated. I don't think they have good writing in them. And I don't think it was a priority for those writers to push themselves in terms of writing, nor was it a priority of their publishers to put out great writing. I think they were selling, again, the image of a woman in a veil, crying, maybe in a kitchen. So I'm very frustrated with that, and I hate to say that on some level, but I do take it personally that some of the writing is so bad. I wonder if those people are writers even, you know? It's not enough to have a story to tell. Everybody has a story to tell. I really believe that. And then there's cycles in history where one person's story becomes more relevant than someone else's, say. But what goes around comes around always. And so I just think that when you compare the sort of literary tradition in Iran and then put that up against those types of books that have come out, the immigrant community, the exile community, it's just shocking. I mean, Iran was a country where you had such a progressive poet like Forough Farrokhzad, one of the greatest confessional poets probably in all of history, writing this incredibly candid, startling verse in the 50s and 60s. And then you also had a writer like Sadegh Hedayat who, could be talked of in the same breath as Camus and Sartre. And his sort of intensely scary, incredibly progressive and innovative writing. And then to compare it with the stuff that's come out, it's sort of embarrassing. It's like, looking at the great indies versus Hollywood blockbusters. So that motivated me to try to write a book where the actual sentences were rich and well done. There are a lot of the female writers. I've been sent their books before, and their shadow has sort of followed me a lot, and I'm sort of been expected to embrace them and say we're all a happy family of these female Iranian writers. But if anything, I think they made it tough for me to get my book published because I wasn't interested in those buzzwords, and I wasn't interested in telling that same story that seems to over and over capture Western audiences. I wanted to tell a different type of story, and I want to continue to write a different type of book. I'd like it to be incidental that I'm Iranian eventually. But for the time being, I'm sort of interested in some of those Middle Eastern issues. I happen to be, so I might linger there for a little while longer, but my hope is that I can eventually be freed of what's expected of a person with my background.